Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. My name is Muhammad Afdal bin Muhammad Zamri. Today I'm going to present my final year project 1 with the title Muscle Activity and Gripping Force Analysis of Tenodesis Assisted Device for Tetraplegic Spinal Cord Injury Malaysian Population. This project supervised by Puan Ruzi Haryati binti Hambali. An introduction. Tetraplegia is type of disease that causes paralysis, where the patient inability to voluntarily to move their upper parts of body. On the research by Thorsen et al. 2020 states, cervical spinal cord lesion results in paralysis of most of the body, including the arms and legs, and is called as tetraplegic. By looking to the figure 1 shows that the contribution of levels of the spinal cord injuries starting with C types and then going to T types, L types, and S types. But in this study, most focusing on the tetraplegic patients that suffer injury at C types on the level C5 and C6. According to NAS at 2015 states, on this level injury, the patient unable to grip and grasp an object. These issues come out where most of patient needs helps from carrier to perform activities routine and also need an assistive device in order to encourage to be independent, which is not provided in the rehabilitation center. Furthermore, the existing product in the market is not affordable and most of the product unable to affordable and operate manually. So this project come out with the solution idea to develop automated assistive device to help patient in improving their quality of life. In the problem statement, the main issue relies on the people with hand disability that cause of weaknesses of muscle to move their fingers due to impact of injury at C5 and C6 that stated from NAS et al. 2015. On the same research by NAS et al. 2015, this disease give difficulty to patient committed for rehabilitation process due to the distancing and transportation. Next, according to research by Enkasan et al. 2017 states, some staff in wards have limited skill, expertise, and support to manage with all SCI person activities. Last but not least, on the previous assistive device, it is not able to affordable and the function is manually, according from the research by Hambali et al. 2019. Objective of the study. Firstly, to determine issues of tetraplegic patient, focusing into the activity of grasp and grip according to the human factors engineering and material selection. Secondly, to develop an automated assistive device that's suitable to all hand sizing in low cost and high profitability. The last objective, to analyze and validate the usability of the product development. Move to the project scope. Firstly, design an assistive device for tetraplegic patients with spinal cord damage at level C, namely at C5 and C6. Secondly, research on the effect of using automatic assistive device on tetraplegic patient. This research focused more on the use of artificial intelligence technology that influence automatic resources. Last but not least, assess the selection of material used appropriate to durability, environment, and cost using CES. In this literature review, we'll be covering the different of type recoveries for tetraplegic disease. First article, Liggett and Bishwin 2020 used the method of nerve transfer surgery to reconstructive upper limb for tetraplegic disease. They claim this method effectively reanimate muscle, but on this selected case, as a sample, to achieve comparable strength for elbow extension, must use tendon transfer method. This is because the transferring of spinator nerve branches to the posterior and stereo nerve will increase span and better hand opening. On the research by Bertolini and Gazzini in 2017, it also used the same method, which is a nerve transfer surgery for restoration of finger flexion in patients with tetraplegic. In this study, surgery of finger flexion by transferring the nerve to ECRP produced better recovery compared to the nerve to BR. According to Mohindra et al. 2014, the best method to reconstructing and absent pinch and hook for tetraplegic disease is tendon transfer. It is because for key pinch reconstruction, both BR and PT tend to be equally in facetious donors. And for hook reconstruction, PT and BR transfer for FDP turn out to be superior to FDP tenodesis. In conclusion, the research gaps for the method are used towards surgery type of recovery. In this slideshow, the literature review on development of SST device recovery for tetraplegic disease. Yu et al. 2019 was developed 3D printed myoelectric hand orthosis for patients with spinal cord injury. The dynamic hand orthosis enhanced the tenodesis grip to provide sufficient grasping function. In making this device, the authors will use SolidWorks to design the device and constructing by using FDM 3D printer with PLA plastic filament material. This device used Moto with Adreno Omega 2560 to make EMG signal for controlling the device. According to Capello et al. 2018, fabric-based soft robotic glove produced to assist hand function after spinal cord injury. This device-based robotic, where they use pneumatic actuator and solenoid valve to enhance movement for finger flexion and extension, 3-point pinch and palmar grabs. The glove is controlled by a portable and self-contained control box with 3 buttons. Based on research by Alexander et al. 2018 aiming the designation of 3D printed, open source with wrist-driven orthosis for individuals with spinal cord injury, it will give functioning of wrist-driven orthosis by harnessing advancement in 3D printing. To produce WDO, additive manufacturing techniques and CAD modeling was utilized. As example, in designing, SolidWorks are used and FF 3D printed to construct by using material PLA plastic filament. In conclusion, the research gaps show the methods are used to develop SST device in this project adapt from the method are used from these 3 authors. This is methodology of process flow chart. This process flow gives an overview of the journey of this project from starting into the end to achieve each of the objectives. This table shows the relationship between objectives and methodology. To achieve objective 1, which is to determine issue of tetraplegic patient focusing into the activity of grasp and grip according to human factors, injury and method selection, by researching on the literature review and also overview some of the case study. To achieve objective 2, which is to develop an automatic SST device that's suitable to all hand sizing in low cost and high profitability, the tools used are collecting the data by questionnaire that shown in the figure 2, interview, 3D scan for hand sizing. In this design selection and decision making, hook metric design are used and also quality functional deployment, and last but not least, house or quality. In designing the product, SolidWorks software are used, and the material can be defined by using the CES EduPack. In the fabricate process, the 3D printing are used and also come out with a sum of manufacturing process are involved. Instead of automation, the automated device are used by using Adreno Omega 2560. Last but not least, to achieve the objective 3, which is to analyze and validate the usability of the product development by going to the survey of testing validation to the patient. The testing is going to 2 types, which is a JAMA dynamometer and pitch dynamometer. JAMA dynamometer can refer to the figure 3 and pitch dynamometer can refer to figure number 4. This slide shows the upcoming future plan for this project. We all know our country is facing a pandemic COVID-19, so this table is provided in case the problem of COVID-19 continues in the future. So looks in the current work planning for the FYP2, in the survey of testing validation for the patient, it's look difficulty to direct touching the patient for validation. So the possible work planning solution for this is predetermine the data from the patient by using finite element analysis.